Hi everyone, and welcome back. I'm sorry for the delay in videos. I was just busy unpacking after moving and just haven't had the opportunity to unpack everything that I needed to record. So today we're going to be actually talking about transitioning from one location to another and my sleep patterns for the last 3 weeks, because that's something else entirely that you have to get used to. A new environment, a different bumps in the night from outside your window or outside your door, because of course I moved into an apartment, like I've said in the past. So it's just getting used to what's outside, especially at night, and what goes on in the hallway at night as well. So let me just talk about my first couple weeks here. It's actually been good. I'm settling in okay. I'm doing okay. It's a couple of things here and there that I'm still getting used to. One is the area outside of the apartment building, like getting to know where the shopping centres are and all that sort of thing. So that's still a work in progress. I still need to find another building I need to get a couple things done. And just wanted to talk about moving to a new environment with a disability as well. This isn't just about sleeping patterns. This is finding accessible routes and all that kind of thing. You can partly see my wheelchair in the background there. So yeah, I'm also still trying to find I'm still trying to also find a perfect angle to film on. I'm just sitting on the floor at the moment. My tripod is still in a bag in the bedroom, so boring stuff. So, one thing in life that nobody likes and most people don't deal with that well is change. I'm okay with change. I don't mind certain changes. It's when change piles up over and over that I struggle with it. And that's not something we're going to get into today, but I just thought, yeah, I'd mention that. So let me tell you about my first night here. Well, it was interesting to say the least. I actually moved in here the day before all my furniture had come in. So all I pretty much had with me that day was a blow-up air mattress, which we'll get into, a pillow. I went up to the local shopping center to grab some dinner and that, and test drove my new oven and figured out what to do from there. I struggle to sleep at night. That's no secret. It happens more often than not. It's either because I can't get comfortable or my brain just wants to have random conversations with itself and will not shut off. So my brain is more active at night. I'm on the third floor of my apartment building. I actually find that that was actually a better option, because if I was actually on the first floor or the second floor, I can still hear everything that's going on in the streets, as well as what's going on in the hallways. And that is another thing too. My first 2 nights, someone was either having a party or just had friends over, and it was very loud. And like I said, it's the first night of trying to acclimatize to a new situation. So I had people up and down my floor, shutting doors very loud. There's a garbage chute not that far from my apartment, and pop, and it doesn't close quietly. And you can actually hear when things go down the chute very loudly. And it was just small things like that that took some getting used to. Oh my God, in the mornings. There's nothing like quite waking up in the morning to someone throwing something breakable and glass down the floor's garbage chute. And because it's not insulated for sound, everyone can hear it. It I don't actually know if people know that opening and closing the doors and as well as the garbage chutes makes a lot of racket. And you do not know someone's sleeping patterns or their come and go schedule. I had a conversation with a lady I got to know over the weekend, and they have the same thing in their side of the complex. It's just like you can actually close those doors quietly, but people do not. So anyway, the first night I did actually manage after a while to get into a sleeping pattern, but because I was on an air mattress, it was extremely uncomfortable, and I only had a little blanket because I couldn't carry my bigger blankets because I was also taking the bus. And actually the weekend I moved, there was track work for trains and that, so I had to take 2 buses from where my mum lived to where I'm living now. And it was probably an hour and a half journey because, like I said, trains were out and buses are obviously slower because of traffic lights and all that. I looked like a pack horse that day. And all I pretty much had was the air mattress in a bag, a backpack of things to do, like a couple of books, my old portable DVD player, an old anime DVD box set that I had that was easy enough to carry. And that got me through the first night. I just realized that this video may seem rambly, but unfortunately today you're getting rambly Mel, which is all good. So after we set everything up and got everything in a semi permanent position, it started to feel a little more like home. And it's been 3 weeks now. So let's talk about moving with a disability. Well, can actually be challenging. It's getting to know the air, like I said, it's getting to know the area, it's getting to know your sleeping patterns, it's getting to get used to things outside that you weren't used to before. Because I live near a football stadium and it's accompanying leagues club. So I can hear people coming and going from there regularly, which actually doesn't bother me. It's just a lot more busier than where I used to live. Like I said, I do actually live near a football stadium and it's accompanying leagues club, but it's actually a lot more quieter here than it was at where I was living with mum. Mostly because where I was living with my mum, there was actually a raceway nearby. It's known as, it's one of the locations where the V8 supercars goes every year. It used to be called something else, but then it got changed to a different name. Even though we were a little far away from the raceway itself, we could still actually hear the go-karting and the drag races that can happen. So it was significantly louder, certainly on weekends. Other than that, I can't actually hear the football games at the stadium. But I think it's a lot more quieter here than I made it sound like. It was an adjustment, and I'm doing better. Moving with a disability can be challenging. You also got to get used to finding the right way to get places and public transport in the area, which I'm still actually getting used to, looking at where the actual stops are, because there is a bus stop near my apartment building, but I don't know which buses and that go to it, which I'm still getting used to. I'm not actually far from the local train station, so it's like probably a 15 to 20-minute walk, which I don't mind doing. Gets me out of the apartment, gets me some fresh enough air, and it's just interesting to see what's around. Actually gets you to pay more attention to your surroundings a little more. Before anyone asks, there are actually a lot of more traffic lights than where I was before. So that's a plus. I've not necessarily felt in danger going anywhere. There was a time someone didn't stop for me when I was trying to cross like a pedestrian crossing, but that's about it. Where I'm situated is actually easier because there's a lot more things nearby. Like, for instance, I don't play aqua golf, but there's an aqua golf course near me. There's the Leagues Club, there's the stadium, there's a couple of shopping centres. So yeah, I'm sorry this video was rambly. It's the first one back after probably a little over a month since I uploaded last. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well, that you're safe and sound. And I shall see you next time for a less rambly video. Thank you so much for watching this video. I shall see you next time. And like I said, not be as rambly. Bye guys.